To the Division III championship we go between Heritage and Daniel 1. Heritage on the left-hand side of your screen to get things started, and Daniel 1 on the right. From what we understand, Daniel 1 was a last-minute substitution into the tournament. I guess somebody dropped out just a couple of days before this tournament actually started. And so we have nothing on them. But they have made it to the championship game against Heritage, who we've seen earlier in this very tournament. Has a 1-0 lead. Turns now into a 2-0 lead for Daniel 1. Lions will get set to serve here. This is the Division III championship. Division 4 went to Faith. And then later on tonight we'll have the Division 1 and Division 2 championships as a kill there from Caitlin Vasquez. And now a 2-1 lead for the Lady Lions of Daniel 1. Serve here from Veronica Fernandez, the libero for Heritage. And that deflects off of Tatiana Lyons, the 5'10 senior up front, and goes out of bounds. So it'll be a 3-1 lead now for the Lions. Track down back to the middle of the floor to Tatiana Lyons, who hits it out of bounds and make it 4-1. Serve here returned on one hit. And we have a carry on the Lions. Make it a 4-2 lead for Daniel 1. Back to serve for Heritage will be Kaylee Hodges, a 5'6 senior. Heritage out of Kissimmee, Florida. That's a little bit of a road trip to get here. A good dig along the back line by Nieves. Lions play it in the middle, and that's blocked up front by Lions. And now a 4-3 lead for Daniel 1. So Hodges to serve. It's played now back up front. And that goes off the hands of Garcia on the far side, make it a 5-3 lead for the Lady Lions. Serve played now in the middle of the floor. Now Nieves will just bump it across. That will fall in, make it a 5-4 Daniel 1 lead. And Maria Camila Espejo Garcia to serve. Again, that's my best shot at that name. Hopefully I'm relatively close. As that hit out of bounds. And I'll tie things up at 5. Best of 3 match here from the Division III championship. First 2 sets to 25. If we go to a third set, and why not? We've been doing it all day today. That would be to 15. So Heritage will send it to the middle, and my goodness. Tatiana Lyons with that hit. A little bit of force behind that as well. Saw her not playing earlier in this tournament. Probably, I'm assuming here, because of an injury. She's got a brace in that right knee, and don't know that 100%. But she has played as of late. I don't think she was playing yesterday, though. And a good kill for Daniel 1. We're all tied at 6. Again, don't have anything on the Daniel 1 Lady Lions. They were a last-minute substitution into the tournament as a whole, and I mean last minute. So not able to get a whole lot on them. Has a 7-6 lead here for Heritage, so we're not ignoring them on purpose or anything, but it's just kind of the way it is at the moment. So Tatiana Lyons will serve it up. Sent back to the far side. Now Heritage with another opportunity here to the outside. Nieves, she'll fire. Boy, good dig off that back line for Daniel One. Sent back to the outside. That hit into the net. Has an 8-6 lead for Heritage. Serve here is a short serve. Now sent back to the outside. Tipped across there by Nieves, and now hit into the net by Caitlin Vasquez. Making an 8-7 Heritage lead. Serve here is now played to the far side. Tipped across there. That will fall in off the play from Vasquez. Making now a 9-7 lead. This is Andrea Tehran getting set to serve for Heritage. Sent back from the near side, that blocked up front, and now hit in by Caitlin Vasquez. Now a 10-7 lead for Heritage. Into the lineup comes Yanaris Gutierrez. As that serve goes into the net, and back in comes Tehran. Sophia played up front. A good kill by Caitlin Vasquez. And 11-8 lead now for the Lady Eagles. Sophia played back up front. And now set back over. Lyons plays it in the middle, back to the outside. That's tipped across there by Garcia. Garcia puts that one over. Now Heritage to play it again. Vasquez plays that across and hit into the net. So a 12-8 lead here for Heritage. Now Caitlin Nieves to serve. Nieves lets that fly. Now the Lions trying to play it back over. Set in the middle. That hits out of bounds by Vasquez. Will make it 12-9. Serve here from Daniel One. Played back to the middle of the floor. Put over by Vasquez. Left up close. And we have somebody in the net for Daniel One, which will give it back to Heritage. They lead it now 13-9. As Veronica Fernandez will check in and get set to serve. Serve played up front. Now Heritage to play it to the outside. bumped across there. Set back to the near side for Daniel 1. That will fall in off the kill. Make it now 13-10. Serve here played almost off the ceiling. Not quite, though. Tatiana Lyons will bump it across. Set back to the near side, and that hit into the net. Make it now 14-10. Serve played here to the near side. That rolls across the top of the net and in. Make it 14-11. Serve here goes into the net, 15-11 Heritage. Back to serve for the Eagles is Garcia. Played back up front, now bumped over, chased down, and bumped over by Fernandez. Right near side, that was deflected up front. Now set to the outside, and my goodness, that was uncorked from Caitlin Nieves. Almost came at it sidearm and hammered that ball, so 16-11. Serve play back here the near side. That would have been out of bounds more than likely. When it goes off of Garcia. Now 16-12 the lead for Heritage. So play back to the middle. Lions will send it across. Lions will hammer it that time. Tatiana came across the top of it and let it fly. So 17-12 Heritage leads. Lions served that up. I think that went off either the shoulder or the head of one of the Lions and went out of bounds. And this one served under the net. So 18-12, the lead for Heritage. Daniel Wanna gets sent to serve. We got this match, and then we have a 7 o'clock Division II championship. And then at 8:45 Eastern Time is the Division I championship tonight. And this set back to the near side. And somebody was in the net for Heritage. Didn't matter anyway because the kill would have counted. So 18-14. Set back in the near side. That hit out of bounds by Nieves. Now 18-15. So if you're tracked down, Lions hits that just out of bounds. It's now 18-16. And the Heritage lead is starting to disappear here at an alarming pace. It's bumped across. Now Daniel One with an opportunity. And another kill. And that's 18-17. And an ace will make it 18-18. And a timeout to Heritage as Daniel 1 has come all the way back from 18-11, I think it was, or 18-12 to 18-18. We'll take a break, come back with more of this Division III championship in just a moment. 18-18, that's an ace on the far sideline. I'll make it 19-18. It's played back to the middle. Across there by Vasquez. And that rolls through, so now 20-18. It's been either 8 or 9 straight points by Daniel 1. Sent back to the middle, that's tipped across and down. So 20-19. The Lady Lions lead, and back to serve for Heritage is Andrea Turan. This tracked down and saved off the initial hit. Back in the middle, that's blocked up front. And now sent over by Lions. And that is in along the far sideline off of that kill. So now 21-19. Serve here and a block at the net. We'll make it 22-19. And that's out of bounds. So 22-20, Daniel 1 leads. And a timeout to Heritage here as they trail by 2. Back with more of set 1 in a minute. You're watching the NACA. (22-20) the lead for Daniel 1 as Heritage gets sent to serve it up. Nieves with the serve. Out to Garcia. That will fall in. So 22-21. And again, Caitlin Nieves to serve. It's tipped across, and now set back over. And we're tied at 22. So Heritage making a little bit of a run to get back in things here. And now Nieves to serve. Good set here on the near side. And that hits in, so 23-22. Daniel One leads it. Set to serve just 2 points away from claiming the first set. Well, good save by Tatiana Lyons in that back line. This blocked up front, and it's 24-22. So now set point for Daniel One. And that service tipped, even though it would have been out of bounds. And Daniel One takes the first set, 25-22. Take a break, come back with set two in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغييب الدنيا داير وزار.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
So served up here, that's deflected on the far side. Now Heritage with it. Set in the middle, and Tatiana Lyons fires and scores. I mean, that's like a cannon getting shot off. And a 1-0 lead for Heritage. So if you're tracked down and now hit into the net. So a 2-0 lead for the Lady Eagles. So if here played back up front. Lions ended up with it. Now back to the near side for Garcia. And that will fall in and a 3-0 lead. So once again, Veronica Fernandez to serve for Heritage. As soon as they get ready to have her do that, I think now everything's all set. Play back over on the near side as that goes off the net up front. And a 4-0 lead for Heritage here early in set number 2. Saved in the last second by a nice diving play from the Lady Lions. This blocked up front. And they'll send over. And some miscommunication there. A couple of Daniel 1 players collided with each other, make it a 5-0 lead for Heritage. Set back on the near side. What's a good set, a good kill as well for the Lions. Make it a 5-1 lead for Heritage here. By the way, I don't know all the opponents for the later games tonight. I do know the Division 1 championship. That will be the Rock and Hickory, and I believe that is the 1-2 matchup in Division 1. So the 2 best teams in the entire tournament will actually be in the overall Division 1 championship later tonight. So that'll be really interesting. Good tip across there from Garcia. Now a 6-1 lead. I know Augusta is one of the 2 teams out of Division 2. I don't know the other one yet. Set to the outside. Now tracked down and bumped across by Garcia. Set to the outside. This is run down and now put over by Lions. Tatiana Lyons fires, dug out in that back line. And a little tip across and down for Tatiana Lyons. Make it a 7-1 lead for Heritage. Serve from Hodges, playing out front. That's tipped across, now back in the near side. That is tracked down and hit inside that back line. So a 7-2 lead now for Heritage. Daniel 1 set to serve. Into the net it goes, and now an 8-2 lead for the Lady Eagles. Set in the middle, Lions winds and fires. That was blocked up front. And set back over. Go send the middle again. Lions fires. That is out of bounds. So 8-3, the lead for the Lady Eagles. And as that serve goes into the net. Set to the far side. Good kill there for the Lions. Make it now 9-4. We'll see if Daniel One can go on a little bit of a run. That's kind of what happened last set. Heritage got out to a decent lead. And then Daniel One went on a crazy run of like 9-0 or 10-0 or something like that and got the lead. The serve here kind of ricochets to the far side. Nieves ended up with it. And we have a double hit on Heritage. So now 9-5. Tracks back. Lions can't clear it. It's 9-6. So the Lady Lions with a serve here. That'll go into the net. Swing it back over to Heritage. A 10-6 advantage for the Lady Eagles here. Andrea Turan will get set to serve. Trying to get some momentum back for the Eagles. And that hit into the net. That'll make it 11-6. Serve here by Turan goes into the net, so 11-7. Against 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight is the Division II championship. And then the Division I championship is at 8:45. So a little bit later here tonight, that hit into the net. Make it 11-8. So here played up front. Now an opportunity for the Lions. And that will fall in as well. Another kill. Make it 11-9. Service out of bounds. Make it 12-9 Heritage. And now Caitlin Nieves to serve. Deflected up front. Now set back to the near side. Lions will just put it over. And that hit into the net will make it 13-9. As Caitlin Nieves to serve once again. Eagles with a little bit of a lead here in the second set. And that is a double hit. 14-9. Yeah, good set on the outside. Nice kill as well. Make it 14-10. Still have 2 more matches tonight. Division II and Division I at 7 and 8:45. Set back to the near side. That hit out of bounds by Garcia. Now 14-11. back on the short set. That runs off of Lions. And that will be 4 hits, so 14-12. And that serve goes into the net. So 15-12. The lead here for Heritage in set 2. As Daniel 1 actually took set number 1. And Lions will wind, fire, and score. Now 16-12. Veronica Fernandez set to serve here for the Eagles. Set over here on the near side. This is put across. To the outside, that hit out of bounds. It'll be 17-12. Heritage plays it up front. Lions hits it off the front block for Daniel 1. And we have a timeout to Daniel 1 Academy. Take a break. Come back with more of set 2 in a moment. You're watching the NACA. Out of the timeout. Set back up front, and that'll make it 19-12. Daniel 1 having some difficulties here in the second set after coming back and winning the first set. Fernandez with the serve. Returned up near the net. And that'll make it 20-12. This tip back across, and we have a lift call on the Lions. Now 21-12. Serve here now, take it back up near the net. That's blocked up front by Lions. Sent back, Tatiana fires. That went off the ceiling and then gets touched down. It was out of bounds anyway. Either way, that's scores. Set over on the near side. That was deflected. The Lions put it over. Daniel 1 trying to get a point here. That was partially blocked. Fernandez pumps it over. And that's set too close to the net. Make it 22-13. So here returned it up front. See it there by Lyons. That's in along the far sideline. Make it 22-14. Play back up front. That's dumped over. Now blocked by Lyons. Sitting on the near side, Garcia has that blocked. At the 22-15 and a timeout to Heritage. They'll come back with more of the NACA tournament after this. (22-15) is the lead for Heritage. Set in the middle, Lions had that blocked, and it goes out of bounds, but did anybody touch it? Well, I agree with Tatiana Lyons here. She's saying it's out of bounds, but did anyone touch it? If no one touched it, it's out of bounds on the Lions, but apparently they said it was touched. Okay. So this play back to the middle of the floor. Lions will put that down, make it 23-16. And it's now Kaylee Hodges to serve. To the far side, that was deflected, and we have a lift at 23-17. So Daniel won to continue to serve. 23-18 now. Well, if you're Heritage, you start getting a little nervous. You've seen other teams make some big runs. They're not in nervous territory yet, but if you give up 2 or 3 more, you might start getting there. And that will help their case a little bit as they get some help on the net as it rolled off of that. 24-18 now set point for Heritage. So back to serve here for Heritage is Kaylee Hodges on set point. This track down, and that'll do it for the second set. So 25-18 is the win for Heritage in set 2. We'll head to set 3 to decide this whole thing in just a few minutes. You're watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.
Educating students.
Educating students.
become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير بتي دنيا داي روزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
To set number 3 we go, third and deciding set, as it were, for the Division III Volleyball Championship between Daniel 1 and Heritage. This set will only be to 15, so you need to get out to a quick start, whichever side that you're on, as Tatiana Lyons gets a kill there and a 1-0 lead. See, ask and ye shall receive. We're just talking about food and it showed up. So back to serve for Heritage was Veronica Fernandez. That ends up getting kicked out of bounds, and we're tied up at 1 as Daniel Wanda gets up to serve. Well, I don't know. They're going to have a discussion over here now. All right, so back to it here. So played up front. Lyons puts it across. Now the outside to Garcia. That will fall in. And a 2-1 lead for Heritage. Let's we'll take a look. Okay. That's not bad. So play back up front and then dumped back over. So Heritage play it to the middle. Lions and hit it a little bit too far. Ended up carrying it out of bounds. So now 2-2 here in set number 3. Serve here is out of bounds. Give Heritage a 3-2 lead. Again, anybody gets a 4 or 5 point lead here, it becomes increasingly difficult to get out of. Although I will say, earlier today, Ray County had a 9-3 lead in the third set and lost going to 15. So it can happen, but it's very unusual if it works that way. And now a 4-2 lead for Heritage. Serve goes into the net, makes it now 4-3. Play back across, now sent over, and Heritage to play it here. Trying to push that over, now set in the middle, and that is in along that back line. Good kill from Tatiana Lyons, making it 5-3. It's Caitlin Vasquez back in for Heritage. And now Lyons will get set to serve. And that hit into the net. Make it now 6-3. Lyons with an ace. Make it now 7-3. And things get a little bit more difficult for Daniel One here. Especially we consider this is only going to 15. Lyons with the serve. And let's set across. Now in the middle. Over there by Vasquez. Nieves. Still going here. A good dig in that back line by Garcia. And a kill on the near side makes it 7-4. So the Lady Lions will get sent to serve. Back on the near side and put across. Set it back over. Good opportunity here for Heritage. In the middle, put across there by Vasquez. Good dig by Garcia. Nieves left it up front. This put across and down, making it an 8-4 Heritage lead. And a timeout to Daniel One. We'll take one as well. Back with more of the set 3 after this on the NACA. 8-4 is the lead for Heritage as Andrea Tehran to serve here for the Lady Eagles. Played back in the near side. That hit I'm going to say that was in. I am not so sure. However, that official is much closer than I am, so that'll make it 8-5. Serve here is into the net, which will make it 9-5. Again, only going to 15 here, so if we're going to make a move, you have to make that move early. Serve here is an ace. Now 10-5. And Caitlin Nieves to continue to serve. Just 5 points away for Heritage now from a Division III championship. There's another ace. Now 11-5. Serve here played up to the front row. Tipped down, but the Lions are in the net. They'll make it 12-5. And once again, back to serve is Caitlin Nieves, the 5'6" sophomore. It's played back out front. That hit dug out along that back line, then sent over by Lions. That hit out of bounds. Now 13-5. And again, Caitlin Nieves to serve. And another ace makes it 14-5. And we're down to match point and timeout to Daniel 1. 14-5 is the lead for Heritage. Back with the final points here in just a moment. You're watching the NACA. So 14-5 set and match point here for Heritage. Serve from Nieves. And back up front, and that falls in. Now 14-6. So now Daniel 1 will try to keep this alive, and a timeout to Heritage. Take a break. Back with more after this. You're watching the NACA. So out of the second timeout, as Heritage took 2 in a row, still back to match point here. Back to Lyons, who will just send it over. Back in the near side. Middle of the floor, and that was Vasquez who put it across. Set to the outside, Garcia, and there it is. Heritage wins the 2018 NACA Division III championship with a 15-6 third set win over Daniel One Academy. And once again, Heritage will be crowned the Division III champions for 2018. We'll shake hands, and in just a little bit, we'll have the presentation of the awards. We'll keep it right here for that. We still have Division II and Division I to come your way yet tonight. So we'll keep it right here. We'll get to your awards in just a moment. Just hang out for a few minutes.
for team picture from Calumet, Lily Wiersma. From Heritage, Tatiana Lyons. From Broad County, Abby Cartwright. From Georgia, Cumberland, Mariana Hernandez. From Game 1, Megan Underwood. From East Central, Andy Owens. From Covenant Classical, Haley Long. From Heritage, Caitlin Nieves. From Division 1, Alina Bryant. From Calumet, Caitlin Landgren. And coaches voted MVPs for the tournament. Best setter, Megan Underwood. MVP defense from Heritage, Tatiana Lyons. And MVP offense from Calumet, Caitlin Landgren. Our two third-place teams, Calumet from Indiana and Heritage from Tennessee. Runners up the nice hand to Daniel One Academy from Tennessee. And the NACA Division 3 champions, Heritage from Kissimmee, Florida.